Straight ahead on CCX News, if you could plan a park, what would it be? Brooklyn Park is looking for ideas. Then a Plymouth mom's unique solution for unpaid maternity leave. But first, records shattered how the unseasonably warm weather is throwing nature a curveball. CCX News starts right now. Hello everyone, and thanks for joining us. The weather is so warm that even the birds and the bees are confused.
Well, take a look at this. As we went to air, temperatures had reached 62 degrees, breaking a record. It was actually warmer here than in Los Angeles, Las Vegas, and New Orleans. And as Eric Nelson found out, this February warm-up is good news for some and bad news for others.
It's warm right now, but then, it might end up getting colder later. Everything is different than what it traditionally has been, and that affects creatures that rely on normal patterns to live their life.
This winter heat wave is causing chaos in the great outdoors.
If you're a deer, you probably like the warm weather because you can go and you can eat, but you don't need to use as much energy to survive. But then other animals, they don't benefit from it. They actually suffer.
At places like Elm Creek Park Reserve, natural rhythms and patterns for birds, bees, amphibians, and other critters have been disrupted by this warm weather curveball.
Part of the problem is that it's happening so fast, this change in our climate, that there's just no time to adapt to it. These creatures have been living with Minnesota's conditions for close to 10,000 years now, and now these conditions are changing just like that.
The mild sun-drenched days are even speeding up the maple syrup season.
So you're gonna push it in, you're gonna angle it slightly, that way the sap has a hill to run down.
Today I tapped a maple tree at Elm Creek.
Tastes pretty good.
Wow, where's the pancakes?
Exactly, right?
Something that normally can't be done for a few more weeks.
March is the traditional time for Minnesota, and that's when people have been tapping it for hundreds and hundreds of years.
Despite the spring-like temps, Elm Creek has man-made snow and is open for the holiday weekend.
We just want people to remember that we're still here, and now's a great time to take part in these activities.
Skiers and snow tubers flock to the park today.
I can't recall anything in the 60s in February, so.
The weather's beautiful, the temperature's great, the snow is okay,
Gary Krupp was at Elm Creek, training for an upcoming race, embracing the sun and the snow.
In my memory, I actually cannot remember conditions like this.
In Maple Grove, I'm Eric Nelson, CCX News.
That's unreal. And if you like this weather, then you will be happy for a while. Temperatures are supposed to remain in the 50s until the middle of next week.
The mild weather is allowing street crews to ramp up their attack against potholes. With a continual freeze-thaw cycle, Public Works crews see new potholes cropping up every day. Hennepin County is asking drivers to let them know where the biggest potholes are located. There is a reporting form on the Hennepin County website. For city streets, contact your local city.
Minnesota House is expected to vote Monday on a bill to repeal the state's long-standing ban on Sunday liquor store sales. Representative Sarah Anderson of Plymouth is one of the bill's sponsors. Supporters of the bill say the ban inconveniences consumers and limits businesses. Opponents say the ban helps small liquor stores survive against the big box competition. Efforts in the past years to repeal the ban have failed. But this is the first time the bill has made its way through House committees all the way to the floor. A similar measure in the Minnesota Senate, however, has yet to gain traction.
There is a new plan for a prominent street corner in Maple Grove, and this one has the blessing of the city's planning commission. The property owner is proposing to redevelop Wild Bill's Sports Saloon on the corner of Elm Creek Boulevard and Main Street. Wild Bill's is moving up the road to the former Don Pablo's restaurant space. Moving into the Wild Bill's space would be a Crave restaurant as well as a Bank of America branch. The corner site is also proposed to have two public plaza areas with a covered walkway to make the area more alluring to pedestrians. The Maple Grove City Council will review the proposal on Monday. Brooklyn Park is looking for people to help plan the future of the city's parks.
The city is kicking off months of planning that places a high priority on community input.
We will be doing a splash. This is kind of the kickoff.
It's a kickoff to planning the future of the city's 60 parks. The huge project will ask a lot of questions about how parks, big and small, are used and what they could be. Parks Director Jody Youngers says a lot has changed in the city since the passage of a referendum for parks funding back in 1997.
We have a changed demographic in our community, and we want to make sure that the programs and services that we're doing now are relevant to all members of our community.
Part of the focus will be on the design of a signature park. The city owns 33 acres of undeveloped land just west of the Target campus in the northwest part of the city.
The community came to us and said, we don't have any large parks that larger groups can in fact come together and socialize and allow for music.
Last year, that task force came up with concepts that include an amphitheater where music can be performed without disturbing neighbors. There could be a water feature that would be used as an ice skating rink in the winter, and possibly a pavilion that could hold 300 people.
We'll show you the concept plan and what we have thoughts for what's in it, but it's important now that we take that concept and get the community feedback.
The city will also be looking for input on a partnership with the Three Rivers Park District to improve the Coon Rapids Dam Park and a nearby nature area.
The river is one of our greatest resources, and we're really not connecting or drawing our community to it.
Information will be going out next week on putting together a community advisory team on the parks. There will be 7 community meetings and other efforts to get public input on the plans. You'll even be able to fill out questionnaires online. And final proposals are expected to go to the Brooklyn Park City Council in January. Well, reaching the age of 52 isn't generally considered to be a milestone birthday.
But one local man hopes to use 52 to change and inspire others. Brooklyn Park Recycling Manager Tim Pratt is an avid runner who turned 52 in January. To celebrate, he plans to run 52 races in 52 weeks, all while trying to raise $5,200 for cancer research. During these races, he'll be wearing a sign with the hashtag #BeInspiring. He hopes it will encourage people to spread peace, love, and understanding.
I'm hoping to create a ripple effect. I'm doing something big to kind of make the world a better place, if you want to use that cliche, and hope that it will inspire others to do something, who will then inspire others to do something, and create this ripple effect, making the world a better place.
Tim has launched the website 52weeks52races.org, where you can follow him on his journey, donate to the cause, and share your inspiring stories. He's on Facebook there too. What a great idea.
I hope you can find a race every week.
I think you probably can. That'll be fun. Coming up, a Plymouth mom's unique solution for unpaid maternity leave.
And then later in sports, some great performances from local gymnasts at the Section 5 meet.
But first, forget winter. It's a hazy shade of spring out there. More record highs are possible this weekend.
Welcome back. Sometimes the toughest decision of when to have a child is actually knowing when you can afford it.
A Plymouth mom has come up with a unique solution to unpaid maternity leave, and she's getting quite a bit of attention for it. When Cameron and his twin sister Gwyneth were born, the Scott family in Plymouth became a family of 5. The twins came early, which forced mom Margie to begin her maternity leave early too.
With them coming early and just with the financial piece and how great it was, we were not financially prepared for me to take my full 12 weeks of leave.
Her family made it through like thousands of families do. But the problem bugged Margie. She noticed hundreds of postings on crowdfunding pages asking for help with unpaid family leave. And as the twins approached their first birthday, she decided to do something about it.
The first piece of our company that we launched in late December is mytake12.com, and it's a maternity leave time registry website.
Instead of registering for baby gear from friends and relatives, you can ask for money to make up for lost income during your leave.
At Take 12, we believe that time is the most precious gift. It's very common when you're expecting a child to register for the baby items that you need, but what we found is that a lot of times people don't actually need stuff, and what they need is time at home with their baby.
The number of registries on My Take 12 continues to grow.
In just a few short months, it's grown faster than I had hoped or that I could have dreamed of.
And Margie hopes the conversation of a broader solution to unpaid family leave continues to grow too. One section of My Take 12 allows small businesses to offer maternity leave registries for their employees with the option for companies to match contributions. Still ahead, an art exhibit in Maple Grove guaranteed to leave a lasting impression.
But first, see how local skiers fared at the state Nordic ski meet. John Jacobson is in next with sports.
I'm John Jacobson with sports. The high school ski season ended a day ahead of this record-breaking warmth. Temperatures are expected in the upper 40s all weekend up on the Iron Range. That's where the state Nordic meet took place Thursday with temps in the low 30s and mostly sunny skies. Patrick Acton of Egan goes out first in the pursuit boys race. In the end, though, he was passed by Xavier Mansfield of Spring Lake Park St. Anthony, who wins in a combined race time of 28 minutes 32 seconds. Luke Golan of Wayzata places 4th overall, 26 seconds behind Mansfield. Bib number 9 is Anders Sanderson of Wayzata. Bib 11, Champlin Park's Ian Ivins, who finished 5th and 7th overall. In the girls' race, the top local finisher was Wayzata sophomore Mara McCollar. She places 4th in 32 minutes and 52 seconds. Lucy Anderson of Armstrong comes in 7th place, 1 spot ahead of Hopkins' Renee Anderson. Here's a look at the final team scores. Minneapolis Southwest win the boys meet for a 2nd straight year. Wayzata is 2nd, St. Paul Highland Park 3rd, and Forest Lake 4th. Ely wins the girls meet with defending state champion Armstrong finishing 2nd. Southwest wins a tiebreaker with Stillwater for 3rd place. Hopkins places 7th. We'll hear from some of the top state finishers on our Sports Jam show here on CCX. Spots in the state gymnastics meet. We're on the line at the Section 5 AA meet. Maple Grove and host Champlin Park, the top teams coming into Thursday night's meet. This is Liz Hammond of Champlin Park on the vault. She scores a 9.6 to take 3rd and qualifies for state. She also goes as an all-rounder. Wayzata's Grace Trainer in action on the uneven bars. She has a strong showing, winning this event with a 9.575. Also ties for 1st on the floor exercise and takes 2nd on the beam. Maple Grove's Emma Seaman scores a 9.4 on this floor routine. That's good for 4th place, advancing her to state. Park Center's Haley Illy shines. She scores a 9.675, takes 2nd on the vault. She's 2nd in the all-around, too. The all-around winner, Cheney New of Champlin Park. She wins vault and beam and ties for 1st with Trainer on floor with a 9.75. Maple Grove's depth pays off, though. Nadia Abbott is 4th on the bars, and the Crimson Edge Champlin Park, they win the team title.
It means a lot. I mean, we've just worked so hard the whole season, and we've never made it to state, I don't think, or in a lot of years. And I don't know, it's just really cool and fun to be a part of the team and have such a great accomplishment.
Some great scores at the top of the Section 5 AA meet. Maple Grove makes its first stated tournament appearance in 8 years. The Crimson score 146.25 for 1st place. Champlin Park, like Maple Grove, hits a season-high score but loses by less than 0.3 of a point for 2nd. Wayzata, Rogers, and Park Center round off the top 5. For the 10th straight year, Breck and Blake met in girls hockey with a spot in the state tournament on the line. Breck looking to break a 4-game losing streak to the Bears in section play. Olivia Mobley stick handles in close to score the first of her 3 goals. It's 1-0 Breck. We jump ahead to the 3rd period. Mobley's centering pass goes off a defender and in. Breck retakes the lead at 3-2. Blake's Madeline Wethington on the rush hits the net with a long wrist shot to tie the game 3-3 with 8 minutes left. 2.5 minutes later, CC Wallen's wrist shot goes off a Breck stick and in. The Bears grab the lead 4-3. After a Blake empty net goal makes it 5-3, Breck makes a last bid. Nicole Oppenheimer scores with 15 seconds left. But it's Blake hanging on for its 5th straight section title, 5-4 the final. Spots in the team portion of the state wrestling tournament are on the line Saturday for most local teams. That includes Totino-Grace. The Eagles are the top seed and defending champion in Section 5 AA. In fact, they've won 4 straight section titles. They're also hosting Saturday and are eager to hit the mat.
We're just trying to figure out which guy goes best at which weight and getting the best lineup we can for the competition we'll have, because we'll have some hard matches in sections.
I'm happy because last tournament I'll be wrestling at home, team sections. It's kind of cool for me, and I think it's comfortable. We've got a room that we can come work out in. And
you have a lot of kids that have been there before. They don't get all weirded out about it. You know, you can't make up 3 matches. You only can take care of yourself. I think being there before really helps out. I think being the defending champion helps out.
Totino-Grace is 14-3 entering the section tournament. The championship is scheduled for 2:30 Saturday afternoon. Mike and Shannon live boys basketball tonight Friday as Wayzata visits Hopkins. Top 10 matchup in Class 4A. Back to you.
That'll be a good one. Thanks, John. Still to come, what's so impressive about Impressionism?
We head to Maple Grove for a colorful lesson next in Weekend Showcase. Well, finally, a story that leaves quite the impression.
In today's Weekend Showcase, Neil Persley takes us to Maple Grove to explore the wonders of Impressionist art.
Impressionism differs from a lot of other styles in the way that it takes reality on its head.
The exhibition by the Schroeder Studio Group at the new Maple Grove Art Center is all about Impressionist painting. But to learn more about exactly what that means, I asked the executive director of the Art Center, Catherine Clark, to explain it to me.
It makes you be creative in a different way by actually putting colors where maybe they aren't seen in the natural eye, just to bring more space or more awareness to a certain part of that canvas.
All of the works in this exhibit come from the students of a local Minnesota instructor.
So the Schroeder Studio is based out of Elk River. Harvey Schroeder is a teacher, and he's been teaching for over 55 years. And what he does is teaches other people his techniques, his skills, and everything that he's learned over this long time of training and learning his actual skill of oil painting. And he's helped these people grow, adapt, and learn.
The Impressionist movement began in the mid-19th century in France and often depicts ordinary objects, landscapes, and people in candid poses and compositions. The color and movement can be breathtaking, and the portrayal of light thought-provoking. As with any exhibit, your eye will be drawn to pieces that have more appeal to you than others. One such image I saw was entitled The Master.
That's actually Harvey. That's actually our teacher. So that is the man behind all of this. I mean, he has taught all these people, and he's made such an impression on these people's lives that he is the master artist. I mean, he's a subject in his own show, essentially.
For Weekend Showcase from the Maple Grove Art Center in Maple Grove, Neil Persley, CCX News.
The Schroeder Studio Group exhibition is on display at Maple Grove Art Center through February 27th. For gallery times, you can visit maplegroveartcenter.org. And when you're the subject of your own exhibition, you've really made it.
I didn't know I liked Expressionism, but those are great.
You can go check it out.
Yeah, right.
All right, that's all the time we have for now. Thanks for joining us.
Have a great weekend, everyone. We'll see you again next week.